Today on the Cardinal Sports Network, we bring you varsity field hockey action as your Lawrence Cardinals will be taking on the Bishop Eustace Crusaders. Crusaders will have the ball to start the game. Starting in goal for Lawrence, we've got Olivia Drake, and at the other end of the field, Bishop Eustace has Madeline Delemy in goal. Crusaders send the ball in, and now they're working down, taking it over toward the far side of the field. Lawrence digs it free, and now Schenk streaking up the middle with the ball. Schenk on the far side of the field with the ball. Out into the corner, and that was turned over to the Crusaders. Crusaders send the ball well down the field. Rashindron will send it over towards center, and Bishop Eustace picks that one up. And across the center, shot towards goal. That one's going to be kicked out by Drake. That cross is picked off by Doherty. Going to be a Lawrence ball. Catroci with the hit. That one's over to Burns. Burns on the sideline. It's going to be a Lawrence ball. Schenk will be putting the ball in play. And it's a big scoop forward. That one's brought down by Crusaders. Now Crusaders working over to the near side of the field. That one's going to head across the sideline. It'll be Lawrence ball. Marcy Weiss will take the inbound hit. She'll send that one right up the sideline, stopped by Bishop Eustace. And now they'll cross it to midfield. That was going to be tipped away by Lawrence. Crusaders recover. Now Crusaders try and send it up the middle. That was going to roll through. Rashindron there to get it. That one stops right on the line. It was Rashindron was waiting for it to roll out of bounds. She'll send it up the sideline. Burns will try and play it forward. Now Crusaders will drop it back.
Go! What's up, Wayne? Somebody be there, help pressure.
Schenk right there to apply pressure and take it away. Now Schenk going in towards the goal. That one's tipped away by the Crusaders. And the call's going to go against them, and it will be a corner hit for Lawrence. Marcy Weiss heading over to do the corner hit. Waiting for the go-ahead from the referee. And now Weiss will hit the ball into Schenk. Schenk with the shot. That ricochets high. It's brought down by Lawrence. Pass back inside. Now it's going to be cleared by the Crusaders. Crusaders send it up the far sideline. Rashindron there to break up the play. It's going to be Lawrence ball. Rashindron sends it forward up the line. That was going to bounce out of bounds. It'll be Bishop Eustace ball. Crusaders will send it forward. It's tipped up in the air by Lawrence, but brought back down by Crusaders. Lawrence takes it away. Weiss will send it forward. It's picked off. She'll recover the ball, send it forward once more. Now Schenk gets a hold of it. Schenk going in for a goal. Here's the shot. That one is not going to find the net. It's going to be a Lawrence ball.
Use the strong hand.
Schenk setting up for the play. She'll bring the ball forward. Now, pass is picked off, but that's called against Eustace, so Lawrence gets the ball. This time it's turned over to Eustace. That hit doesn't go very far, and Lawrence gets the ball. Murphy tries to dig it free. It's sent over by Eustace to the near side of the field. And now Crusaders on the attack. They'll get past one defender.
Somebody step up.
There's a shot on goal. That one's going to be just wide. Lawrence ball. Lawrence bringing the ball up the far side of the field. And that will be Lawrence ball. There's a hit by Lawrence to send it well up the field. Murphy can't get there in time. And now it's Bishop Eustace sending it down the field towards the Lawrence goal. Crusaders ball. Crusaders bring it down the far sideline. And it's going to be Crusaders ball. Murphy goes in to try and break up the play. They'll drop it back. And Schenk takes the ball away. Call against Lawrence. That's going to be Crusaders ball. Crusaders center the ball. Now pass up the middle, gets through. Crusaders working into the near corner. Across the center. That was rejected. And that's going to roll across the end line. It's going to be the Lawrence ball. Schenk with a big hit up the middle. That was going to drift off towards the sideline and go out of bounds. Last touch by Crusaders would be Lawrence ball. Now Schenk puts the ball in play. Hit up towards center. Eustace turns it around. They'll send it over towards the near sideline and across the sideline. It'll be Lawrence ball. Macaroni sets up for the hit. She'll pass it inside to Catroci. Catroci under pressure. And it's going to be Crusaders ball. Crusaders on a drive towards the goal. Rashindron breaks it up. That's going to bring up a corner hit for the Crusaders. Crusaders play the ball into center. Shot on goal. And Blair Sparks will redirect that one into the back of the net to give the Bishop Eustace Crusaders the early lead in this game, 1-0 over your Lawrence Cardinals.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Lawrence will be centering the ball as Schenk brings it up the middle. Ball's taken away by Crusaders. That's going to be Lawrence ball. Schenk gives it a hit towards the goal. That one's stopped and sent the other direction by the Crusaders. Now Macaroni gets a hold of it. So try and send it the other direction. That's recovered by the Crusaders. Now Crusaders going in towards that Lawrence goal again. Pass over to the near sideline. Miscommunication there. That was going to go right out of bounds. It'll be a Lawrence ball. Marcy Weiss will bring it in for Lawrence. Pass to Rodeville. Tipped out of bounds. It's going to be Crusaders ball. Now Lawrence ball. Schenk puts it into play.
You gotta stop doing that.
That's stopped by Crusaders. Crusaders send it the other direction. It's going to be stopped by Macaroni. She'll send it up the sideline. I'm sorry, that was Doherty who stopped it and tried to send it to Macaroni. Could not get it through. Tipped out of bounds by Crusaders. Lawrence ball. Schenk will scoop that one forward. That's knocked out of bounds by the Crusaders. Lawrence ball.
Take the line. Get all over the corner, man.
Schenk brings it in.
You can hear it.
And that will be Lawrence ball. Schenk, well, whistle right away there. Schenk puts it into play. Shot on goal, and in it goes as Talia Schenk ties it up here. One apiece. Your Lawrence Cardinals tied with the Bishop Eustace Crusaders.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Good work.
Crusaders will center the ball to put back into play. They'll drop it back.
Our neighborhood's like a hot fire.
Now pass up the middle. Crusaders will play it off to the side.
Where are they have drunk like
And now pass inside as they go in towards the goal. That one's going to be a corner hit. The shot inside there actually bounced off of Petra Doherty. Quite an impact. Hopefully she's okay. But that will be an obstruction penalty and a corner hit for Bishop Eustace. Crusaders will send the ball into center. Pass over to the near side. Shot on goal. That one does not go through. Second attempt. That one goes into the net. But a whistle on the play beforehand, and that's going to be Lawrence ball. Lawrence will send the ball way down the field. Murphy on the far side of the field trying to make progress. She'll drop it back. And now that'll be Lawrence ball. Schenk sets up for the hit. That one's slowed to a stop by the Crusaders, and they'll move it over towards the near side of the field. Lawrence ball.
I guess you gave it back to the other one.
Catroci sets up for the hit.
You can dribble. Don't hit it right to him. Stop. Stop.
Ball sent down the center of the field.
Rid of it. Quickly. Not there. You got to see it.
Machindron sent it over toward the near side, but it's picked off. And Crusaders within scoring range. That's going to be penalty against Lawrence. It will be a corner hit for the Crusaders. Crusaders send the ball in. And Schenk rushes over there and takes it away.
Get it out.
Now, Crusaders recover the ball. It's going to be Crusaders' ball. Crusaders will drop it way back. And this time it's Murphy who rushes over there to make their life a little tougher.
Keep it here. Don't let it in.
Crusaders' ball, they'll play it forward.
Hard clear. Step
Crusaders
there.
in this middle.
Clear hard.
That one's stopped by Lawrence.
Send it up.
Now played over towards the far sideline. And Murphy can't get there in time to keep it in bounds. It'll be Crusaders' ball. Crusaders send it in. And Murphy digs that one out. There's the buzzer for the end of the period.
Good job, Lawrence.
So after one period of play, your score, Bishop Eustace Crusaders 1, Lawrence Cardinals 1. Stay tuned for more exciting varsity field hockey action.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
So all tied up here at Cardinal Field. And the Crusaders will center the ball. Now they'll play it back to the far side of the field, back to center. And Rodeville right there to try and take it away.
Let's go, Lawrence.
Going to be Crusaders' ball.
You're in this. Let's go. Energy. First touch.
Crusaders will scoop it way down the field. Rashindron comes up with it. She'll bring it over towards the sideline. Two-on-one, Rashindron trying to get through. And she'll finally get the pass off. Now it's Burns with the ball trying to hang on to it in heavy pressure. Schenk will put the ball back in play. Schenk going up the far sideline. Now angling over, she'll make a spin move and try and get the cross off. Can't do it. She'll work her way back a little bit over to center. And shot towards the goal. That one's going to go wide. It's going to be Lawrence ball. Deflected by Bishop Eustace. Schenk sets it up. She'll put it back in play. And ball's turned over, but handed back to Lawrence.
Corner.
Shot towards the goal, and in it goes. Lawrence Cardinals now take the lead with a score of 2-1. Alex Murphy was in the right place at the right time to find the back of the goal to give the Cardinals a 2-1 lead.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Cardinals looking strong in this second quarter.
Let's go.
Bishop Eustace centers the ball and brings it over to the near side of the
Get
field.
excited now. Let's go. On her.
Now a pass up the sideline. And Crusaders will angle over towards the Lawrence goal, but take it off over the end line. Out of bounds, will turn it over to Lawrence. Catroci sets up for the hit.
You can lift it.
And she'll send it over this direction, but it's stopped by Crusaders.
Let's recover.
Now Crusaders pass it inside. Catroci applying pressure. It's going to be Lawrence ball.
You can look right.
Catroci with the hit. She'll send it over to the far side of the field. Sent up the line. And Murphy will drop it back. It's taken away and sent the other direction. It's going to be Crusaders ball. Crusaders bring the ball in. And now working down the far sideline. That's going to roll out of bounds. And it's going to be Crusaders' ball. Crusaders put the ball into play right away.
Step to the ball.
Now working in towards the goal. That one's blocked. And Krimmel tried to take it away, but it's going to be a call against Lawrence. It'll be a corner hit for the Crusaders. Looks like Blair Sparks will be doing the corner hit.
Over that post.
There's the inbound hit. Pass back.
Dangerous.
And taken away by Lawrence. He's got to turn the ball over to Lawrence. They'll get a free hit on that one. Schenk sets up for the hit. And she'll scoop that one forward. Brought down by Rodeville. Rodeville plays it forward. And now it's Weiss streaking down there trying to keep it inbounds. Couldn't quite get to it in time. That'll be Crusaders' ball.
Keep it here. First touch, go.
Crusaders bring the ball in. Stopped by Lawrence. Nice play by Rodeville. However, the pass does not go as intended, and right.
Go. Dangerous. Go, go, go.
That's going to turn it over to Lawrence. Schenk tried to go in right away, picked off by Crusaders. Crusaders knocked the ball out of bounds. It's going to be Lawrence ball. Schenk brings it in. Big hit towards the goal. Over to Rodeville. Rodeville trying to get a shot off. She'll roll it in towards the goal. That one's going to be kicked out by Deleme. It's going to be out of bounds on the Crusaders and a Lawrence ball. Schenk setting up for the hit. She'll put it into play and roll it over to the corner.
Get home!
Now Weiss trying to retrieve the ball. That one's going to go out of bounds on the Crusaders. So it will be a Lawrence ball. Schenk will bring it in. That'll be Lawrence ball. Schenk circling around trying to make something happen. That one gets tipped away. It's going to be Crusaders ball. Crusaders send it over towards the far side of the field. That's going to go out of bounds for a Lawrence ball. Krimmel will bring it in for Lawrence.
Look right, look right. Stay with it.
First attempt does not work, and ball's taken away, but taken back by Lawrence. Mashundra in there to cover. Ball headed for the sidelines. It'll be a Lawrence ball. Ball hit up the sideline by Lawrence. That's going to be taken over by Crusaders. Catroci there for the stop. Recovered by Crusaders. Crusaders moving over towards the middle. Couldn't get the shot off. That's going to turn possession over to Lawrence. Catroci setting up for the hit. Big hit over towards the sideline, stopped by Crusaders. Lawrence refusing to give up on that one. And it'll be Lawrence ball. Krimmel hits it forward. That'll be Lawrence ball again. Schenk runs over to take the hit. Hit forward by Schenk. That'll be turned over to Crusaders. Crusaders send it up the middle. Stopped by Rashindran.
See the pass, though.
Crusaders recover. Rashindran stops again. Now Weiss on the far side of the field trying to make something happen. It'll be Lawrence ball. Schenk going over to take the hit. She'll scoop that one forward. It's going to be picked up by Crusaders.
Go, go, go!
Pass gets away.
Where's your help?
Crusaders recover.
Let's do it!
Now Crusaders bring it across the center line and they'll go on the attack. Drop it back and that's tipped by Catroci, but they get through.
Cover the ball!
Loose ball. And whistle on the play. It's going to be a corner hit for the Crusaders. Crusaders with a chance to tie things up here. Pilates puts it in. Drop it back to Pilates. Shot towards the goal, and that'll be kicked out of bounds. Nice footwork there by Drake to keep that one out of the net. It's going to be Crusaders' ball. Crusaders will drop it back. Now driving up the middle. And Catroci will send that one over to the sidelines. It'll be Crusaders' ball. Crusaders bring the ball in. Crusader ball again. That time taken away by Lawrence. Recovered quickly by the Crusaders. And just as quickly recovered by Lawrence. Schenk on the sidelines trying to bring it forward. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. It'll be Lawrence ball. Schenk with a big hit. Stopped by Crusaders. They'll knock it out of bounds. Last touch by Lawrence is Crusaders' ball. Crusaders send it up the center. Doherty there to stop it. She'll send it a little further forward to Schenk. And that'll be a Lawrence ball. Now Schenk setting up for the hit. Big hit up towards the goal. That one's stopped by, well, it's going to be turned back over to Lawrence. Schenk puts it back in play, and now she'll try dribbling it in. Loose ball in front of the goal. Oh, missed opportunity there. And that's going to turn it over to Crusaders, who will start bringing it down the sideline. No, crossover towards center by the Crusaders.
Send it out hard, hard.
Rashindran there to make the stop.
Up the line, use the line.
Rashindran beats one defender, and she'll send it forward. That's picked off by Crusaders. Crusaders will drop it back and take it to the far side of the field. Now Crusaders on a charge toward the Lawrence goal. Right up the middle, shot on goal. That one's going to be tipped wide. No goal. That'll be Lawrence ball.
Let's go, Lawrence. Let's go, Lawrence.
Catroci brings it into play. She'll send it forward. Crusaders tend to send it right back. That's going to be called against Lawrence and to bring up another corner hit. Less than a minute and a half left on the clock.
Let's go, Lawrence!
And the Crusaders are going to be in scoring position here. Opportunity to tie things up going into the half.
Get out there quick!
Crusaders send the ball in. Pass. And that'll go into the corner. Tipped away by Lawrence.
Send it out! Down the line! Use the line!
And Macaroni brings it out. She'll send it up the line. Stopped by Crusaders.
Step to it. Somebody step.
Pass inside. That's kicked out. It's going to be Lawrence ball. Schenk puts it into play. Dribbling toward the far side of the field.
Send it upfield! 20 seconds! Send it upfield! Damn it.
That's turned over. And Bishop Eustace right in front of the goal. Rashindron there once again to break up the play. Rashindron having a very good game today.
Don't even bother.
It's going to be Lawrence ball, but the buzzer's going to count down to 0. So at the end of the very first half, we have Lawrence Cardinals with a score of 2 goals to the Bishop Eustace Crusaders score of just 1 goal. Stay tuned for more exciting field hockey action here on LTPS TV.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Go, Lawrence!
For those of you just tuning in, you're witnessing a very tough game as the Lawrence Cardinals are taking on the Bishop Eustace Preparatory School Crusaders. Crusaders actually had the lead early in the game. Lawrence has come back to take the lead 2-1, and they'll send the ball deep into Crusader territory.
Stick down!
Crusaders send the ball up the sideline and out of bounds. Lawrence ball.
All right.
Schenk brings the ball in. She'll get through a couple of defenders, take it in towards that goal.
Hey! Hey!
That pass does not get through.
Hit her foot.
It's going to be out of bounds.
Hit her foot.
Lawrence ball.
Yeah, but it's the girl.
Schenk sends it over to the sideline. Pass goes awry. It's going to be turned over to the Crusaders.
Let's go, Lawrence! Let's not get sloppy. Let's go!
Crusaders bring the ball in. Now they'll send it over toward the center. Crusaders now working the far side of the field. Crusaders send the ball back in the middle. Lawrence turns it around.
Go, go, go!
And now it's Lawrence on the attack.
Send it! Why are you not getting ahead of the play?
Crusaders will take it back. Big hit by the Crusaders to send it into Lawrence territory.
Get back, White.
Rashindra there trying to stop it. Shot towards the goal.
Clear hard!
That one's stopped by Doherty. It's going to be Lawrence ball.
Look right!
Catroci with the hit. That's sent right up the middle. And now Schenk with the ball, working towards the near sideline. She'll be trying to take it up the sideline and making progress. Cross. And that one is slapped out by Delemy. Good cross there to put the ball into scoring position, but Delemy was right there to put a stop to it. It's going to be Lawrence ball. Incidentally, Olivia Drake's no longer in goal for Lawrence. We've got Abby Duncan down there. Crusaders with the big hit. That was going to roll well down the field.
Gotta get on it. Defense,
Doherty gets to it first. She'll send it the other direction. Can't keep it in bounds. It's going to be turned over to the Crusaders. Crusaders bring the ball in.
Let's go.
And here's the cross out in front of the goal. Lawrence comes away with it. That's going to be another corner hit for the Crusaders. Blair Sparks will chase down the ball and set up for the corner hit, as the Cardinals will don their protective gear and prepare to defend that goal. Sparks sends the ball in. Oh, it's fumbled a little bit out there. Collected by Crusaders. Now they're going in. Shot, and it's deflected by Sparks, who started the whole play to get a goal and tie things up at 2 apiece.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Crowd showing their support for the Cardinals, but it's 2-2 now. And Crusaders will take the ball away. Going to be Crusaders' ball. They'll drop it back to center. And a little further back now, working it over toward the far side of the field. That one gets away, heads toward the sideline, but the Crusaders will keep it in bounds. Ball's taken away by Lawrence. Out of bounds on the Crusaders. Lawrence tries to clear it. The Crusaders are going to come up with the ball. Pass inside, shot on goal. That one's blocked by Duncan. Kicked out. Now Crusaders will drop the ball back. Now sent in towards the goal. That's going to roll past the mouth of the goal and out of bounds. It'll be a Lawrence ball. To bring up a 16-yard hit for the Cardinals. Schenk will scoop it forward. That one's brought down by Burns. Burns under heavy pressure. And that's going to turn it over to the Crusaders. Crusaders send it over toward the sideline. Now working their way back toward center. And up the middle it goes. Ball's rejected. Shot attempt no good. Rashindran comes up with it, and she'll send it up the line. Pushed further up the line by Weiss. That one's going to be stopped by the Crusaders.
Pick it up now. Let's go.
They'll keep it in bounds. And Macaroni tried to bring that one down. It's going to be Lawrence ball. Schenk brings it into play. And she'll dribble it up the middle. Schenk getting through the defenders. Cross to center, no one there. Schenk comes back, gets a hold of the ball, shot on goal. And that one is knocked out of bounds by Deleme. Good drive towards the goal there. Now Schenk setting up for the hit. She'll bring it into play. Gets through a couple defenders. Now ball taken away by Crusaders. Stopped by Krimmel. Turned over to Crusaders. They'll pass it in towards the middle. And now working over toward the far side of the field. Ball's taken away by Rodeville. Rodeville tries to send it into center. That one gets blocked. Now Lawrence takes it back again. Schenk trying to get into the middle there. She have the ball taken away, and now big hit up the field by the Crusaders. Rashindran there to stop it. Rashindran Hits it forward. Reaches Burns. Burns sends it into the middle, where Schenk will try to dribble it through everyone.
Look up. Here we go.
I'm sorry, that wasn't Schenk, that was Weiss. Weiss sends it over to Schenk, and it's taken away by Crusaders. Crusaders will send that one forward.
Look up.
Stopped by Rashindran. She'll send it over toward the sideline.
Use the line.
Lawrence will send it up the line, stopped by Crusaders. Crusaders send it well down the field. That one's going to go over the end line. It'll be a Lawrence ball. Catroci setting up for the hit. There's a nice drive. And Lawrence is going to send it further up the field. This time it's picked off by Crusaders.
Let's go, Lawrence.
Crusaders will roll it over towards this side of the field. It'll be Lawrence ball. Krimmel setting up for the hit.
Gotta roll.
That's right to one of the Crusaders. And now it's Crusaders heading up the middle. That one's deflected, but it's going to bring up a corner hit for the Crusaders. Last time the Crusaders had a corner hit, they ended up scoring a goal. Blair Sparks setting up for the corner hit. Cardinals donning their protective gear before going in to defend that goal. Sparks sends it in. Shot up the middle. That one's going to bounce out of bounds, and it'll be a Lawrence ball. Schenk sits up for the 16-yard hit, and she'll drive it up the middle without any hesitation. That one's stopped by the Crusaders, and they're coming back towards the Lawrence goal. It's going to be a Lawrence ball. My mistake. It's going to be Crusaders ball.
Let's pick it up, Lawrence.
Crusaders drop it back. Now played forward into the middle, taken away by Lawrence, but call goes against Lawrence. That's going to be another corner hit for the Crusaders. Once more, Blair Sparks over there setting up for the corner hit. Sparks with the hit. That one gets away. They'll recover it. Shot towards the goal is going to go across the end line. It's going to be a 16-yard hit for Lawrence. Schenk setting up for the hit.
Forward, go to the ball.
Schenk instead choosing to dribble that one. That's going to go out of bounds and turn it over to the Crusaders.
Let's go, Lawrence.
Crusaders send the ball in.
Challenge out ball, sticks down.
Now they're on the sideline. Pass inside. Over to center. Ball's taken away by Lawrence. Macaroni brings it to this side, tries to get the shot up the line. That one doesn't go where she wants. Crusaders ball.
Stick down.
Crusaders pass it into the center. And that one's going to roll over towards the corner. Out of bounds on the Crusaders. It'll be Lawrence ball.
She gave the coach a part? Is that the coach that got it? I thought they were really doing it.
Schenk setting up for the 16-yard hit. This time she'll drive it right up the middle. And Lawrence sends it over towards the near sideline. That was going to go across the sideline and out of bounds. Crusaders ball. Crusaders will drop the ball back. There's a cross to center. They'll come up with the ball. Heavy pressure by Macaroni. Now Crusaders managed to get through. Whistle on the play. Crusaders ball. Crusaders making progress toward the goal. Shot on goal, and that one's off the side of the goal. No goal. 16-yard hit for Lawrence. Less than 2 minutes left in this quarter, and we're all tied up here as the Lawrence Cardinals are taking on the Bishop Eustace Crusaders. Shank hits the ball up the field. And Rodeville comes away with the ball. That's going to be turned over to the Crusaders. Crusaders bring the ball in. This time it's Lawrence ball. Shank comes up with it. Knocked out of bounds by the Crusaders. Lawrence ball. Shank once more. Dribbling in towards the middle. Now she'll turn and go down the field. Shot on goal. That was in, but no goal. Whistle before the ball went in the goal, as it's been called for a corner hit.
You play the advantage.
Vice sends it in. Shank can't get to it. Macaroni gets it. The pass is intercepted. Big hit by Crusaders down the field. And that's going to roll over the end line. Brings up a 16-yard hit for Lawrence. Quattrochi with the hit. She'll send it over towards the far side of the field. That one goes out of bounds. It's going to be Crusader ball. They'll launch it over towards the goal. Stopped, and there's the buzzer for the end of the third period. So after 3 quarters of play and both teams having led at one point or another, we're all tied up going into the final quarter of this game. Stay tuned.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
So as we move into the final quarter of play for this game, we're all tied up. Lawrence Cardinals 2, Bishop Eustace Crusaders 2. Shank bringing the ball down towards the Crusaders' goal. Here's a cross. That one's knocked out of bounds by the Crusaders. It's going to be Lawrence ball. Shank setting up for the resumption of play. He'll do a spin move there and try and get past one defender. Third defender gets the ball, sends it over to the sideline. Now the Crusaders working their way back towards the Lawrence goal. Here's across the center. Now pass to the far side of the field. Crusaders working their way into the far corner. Now cutting across towards the goal. And that's a goal for the Crusaders. Blair Sparks manages to get that one past the defenders and into the Lawrence goal to give the Crusaders a 3-2 lead.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Cardinals now trailing by 1 in the final quarter of this game. Shank sends the ball way down the field. It's stopped by the Crusaders.
There you go. Challenge it. Challenge the ball.
Now Crusaders working over towards the middle. That one gets away. They'll recover.
Stuck to it.
Stopped by Burns. Burns over to Shank. Shank going in towards the goal. She'll lose the ball to the Crusaders. Crusaders send it over to the middle of the field, now working to the far side. Crusaders driving towards that Lawrence goal. Ball stopped by Lawrence, taken back by the Crusaders. And that's going to be turned over to the Crusaders. Crusaders put the ball in play right away. That was going to be knocked out by Vice. Lawrence ball. Big hit right at the Crusaders to stop it and take it over towards the sideline. That one goes across the sideline and it'll be Lawrence ball. Vice will scoop it forward. Lawrence ball. Now Lawrence sends it up the field, stopped by the Crusaders.
Pressure!
Crusaders will play it over toward this side of the field. Crusaders drop it back to center, now up the middle. And it's another goal for the Crusaders. Crusaders now make it a 4-2 lead. Alex Senior will get credit for that one.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Cardinals now trailing by 2 in the final quarter of this game. Schenk will try to bring it forward. Heavy defense. It's going to be Cardinal ball.
Push up, White, push up.
Schenk once more, working her way through defense. That one's going to go out of her possession, and Crusaders will go back on the attack. Ball's taken away by Catroci. Catroci looking for someone to pass to. Now that'll be taken away by Crusaders. Crusaders look for the cross. And that one goes out of bounds. It'll be a Lawrence ball. Catroci setting up for the hit. Catroci will bring it into play. There's the hit over towards the sideline. Lawrence will advance it up the line. Now it's Rodeville trying to make her way through the defense. Tipped out of bounds by the Crusaders. Lawrence ball. Krimmel will bring it in and send it forward up to Rodeville. Rodeville tries to cross it. Schenk gets a piece of it, but it's going to end up. Oh no, nice cross there. And Murphy almost had an opportunity there. It's going to be a Lawrence ball. Schenk will put it into play. Over to Catroci. Catroci sends it up the middle. It's stopped by the Crusaders. That call goes against Lawrence. It's going to be Crusaders ball. Crusaders roll it over towards the far sideline. They'll keep it in bounds. Stopped by Lawrence. Taken back by the Crusaders. And now they'll send it forward. Stopped by Catroci. Lawrence plays it through, and it's Burns with the ball. That one's taken away by the Crusaders. Over to the near corner. Here's a cross. That one is going to hit the side of the goal. No goal. Out of bounds on the Crusaders. It'll be Lawrence ball.
Knock it out, hustle, let's go.
Schenk setting up for the 16-yard hit. It's a line drive up the middle. Crusaders come up with it. Now Crusaders, well, that looked to me like they went across the sideline, and the ref sees the same thing. Now Crusaders with the ball. That one's going to roll across the end line for a Lawrence 16-yard hit. Schenk once more setting up, and she'll go right into play with it. Schenk coming up the near sideline. She'll be stopped by Crusaders. Send it the other direction, in towards center, now back out towards the near sideline. Good give and go by the Crusaders. They'll drop it back now. Over to center. Now right up the middle. And that call's going to go against Lawrence. It's going to be a corner hit for the Crusaders. Alex Senor over there getting ready to do the corner hit. Senor sends the ball in. That one gets away. They'll recover. Pass to center. Blocked. And now it's in front of the goal. That one gets away. And Burns going after it. That's taken back by the Crusaders. Krimmel gets the stop. She'll send it forward to Burns. Burns plays it forward. That was dropped back, and Crusaders will come away with it. Rashindran with the stop. She'll send it the other direction. Now roll to center. And it's going to be a Lawrence ball, I believe. Yes, Lawrence ball. Schenk setting up. Big hit towards the far side of the field. That one's going to be stopped by the Crusaders. Now Crusaders coming up the middle. And that one goes in for another goal for the Crusaders. Natalie Pilatus will take credit for that one, giving the Crusaders a 5-2 lead.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
6 minutes left on the clock, and the Cardinals down by 3. Now Schenk going up the field with the ball. Heading in towards the goal. She'll be stopped. That's going to be a Lawrence ball. It's going to be a corner hit for Lawrence. And Marcy Weiss will head over to take the corner. Weiss sends it in. Schenk tries to get a hit off there. Oh, diving save, and into the goal it goes. Lawrence gets a goal. Carolyn Rodeville finds the back of the net for Lawrence with a good shot.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
So the Cardinals have closed back into a 2-point deficit. Here comes Bishop Eustace. Crusaders down the field towards the Lawrence goal. That one's kicked out by Abby Duncan. Lawrence tries to clear the ball. Taken out of bounds by the Crusaders. It'll be a Lawrence ball. Krimmel sets up. Here's the hit. And Crusaders will come away with the ball. Pass up the middle. Now over on the far side, working back towards the goal. And that one's just left of goal. It'll be a 16-yard hit for Lawrence. Schenk brings it in right away. Ball's taken away by Crusaders. Now Crusaders heading towards the goal. Right up the middle. And that one's going to roll in for another Crusaders goal. Alex Senior will get another goal under her credit.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
4 minutes left on the clock, and Cardinals have the ball. That didn't last long, as now the Crusaders have the ball heading over towards the near sideline. That goes out of bounds. Cardinals will get the ball back. Crusaders up by 3 with a little over 3 minutes left in this game. Schenk skies the ball down the sideline. It's settled by the Crusaders. They'll send it forward. Finally stopped and returned by Krimmel. Crusaders get the ball back. Now across the center. They'll drop it back for a moment. That one's tipped away by Lawrence. It's going to be a Lawrence ball. Lawrence sends the ball forward, but Crusaders come away with it.
Allen in. Right in. There you go. You got to get that.
It's going to be Crusaders ball.
Turn around.
Crusaders send it over to center. They'll play it up the middle. That will be cleared. It's going to be Lawrence ball. Schenk brings it into play. She'll work past a couple of the Crusaders and head up the far sideline. Now Schenk with a cross. That was out in front of the goal, but Crusaders will come out with it. Macaroni over there trying to stop the Crusaders' progress. That'll be out of bounds on the Crusaders. Lawrence ball. Schenk with a big hit. Lawrence ball. Now Schenk drops it back. Ball taken away by the Crusaders. Stopped by Lawrence. Out of bounds on the Crusaders. Lawrence ball. Macaroni hits it in. That'll be a Lawrence ball. Schenk puts it back in play. Taken away by the Crusaders. Crusaders will send it up the far sideline. That'll be stopped by Lawrence. Now Crusaders once again working the sideline. It's going to be Crusaders ball. Crusaders cross it to center. Now driving in towards the goal. That was tipped away by Lawrence, but call's going to go against Lawrence. That will be a corner hit for the Crusaders. With about 35 seconds left on the clock, Crusaders will have time to get a play in. And Blair Sparks heading over there to do the corner hit. Clock continuing to count down. Sparks sends it in. Gets away, but they'll recover it, and it'll be kicked back out by Abby Duncan. Cardinals ball. And there's the buzzer for the end of the game, as the Bishop Eustace Crusaders will be victorious over the Lawrence Cardinals with a score of 6-3. Thank you to Adam Dalapaz for working camera for this event, and thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in again next time for more exciting Cardinal sports action on LTPS TV.